Yeah, it's a very very good idea to save money for your children. Um, to open an account. I wanted to save money for my kids, but my girlfriend spends everything. I'm serious. I'm serious.
You can't show everything, every money.
We can't. I can't. It's crazy. We have this joint account, and there's never anything in it. The money's always gone. I don't know where it goes. I don't know what she spends it on. No idea.
Yeah. There. Dziękujemy.
Next time.
Yeah, I told her.
You told her?
Yeah, the big presser.
Yeah, this is...
I told her 2 big pressers. Yeah.
Well, she's obviously retarded, so...
They have a lot of work here. You don't understand. It's so Slovak, typical Slovak service.
No, you know what's typical? Typical is the fact that Slovak people don't complain, right? That's what's typical. Slovak people accept bad service. You're not going to complain, are you? You're going to accept it. It's her mistake. She made the fucking mistake. She made the mistake.
Who is working, making mistakes, but
yeah, but I mean, it's not exactly work, is it? I mean, you walk up and down with cups of coffee. It's not exactly rocket science. It's not difficult to get it right. Piece of advice. I know this is too late for us, but piece of advice: never date a girl who works in a coffee shop. Right? Never date a girl. I know the Hollywood films make it look cool and fashionable and romantic and whatever, but never date a girl who works in a coffee shop, because they're working in a coffee shop because that's all that they can do. They can't do anything else. They don't have the mental capacity to start their own business or solve problems or do anything complicated. They just don't have it. It doesn't.
So it's about 2 buttons. Yeah, small person, big person, large person, on a machine. On a machine. Yeah.
Two buttons. You can't even press.
It's not. It's automatic. It's automatic machine. It's about the listening. The problem is about the listening.
Oh yeah, people don't listen.
Yeah.
It's yeah, but it's not just people in jobs like this who don't listen. It's not that. It's most people just don't listen because they say what they want to say and they hear what they want to hear. They don't listen at all.
Yeah.
It's it's like that situation with job interviews, where basically psychologically people make a decision in the first 30 seconds. In the first 30 seconds of a job interview, basically it's finished. The job interview is finished at the start because how you act in the first 30 seconds decides the whole interview.
I think, I don't know, but more than 50%. It's first,
yeah.
Because it's the first impression.
Yeah, it's the first impression. And The two strongest impressions are the first impression and the last impression. Yeah. In fact, the last impression is actually stronger than the first impression. But the last impression is based on the first impression. So there's a very powerful connection between the two. Now, science has shown that if you have, let's think of what's the classic example? A football match, right? Football match is the classic example. Where if the game is bad or terrible or not good for you, but in the last 5 minutes you score 2 goals and you win, you remember the whole experience as positive. But the only thing that's positive is the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But because it finishes positive, you remember the whole experience as positive. Now, if you are winning by 2 goals for 85 minutes, and in the last 5 minutes you lose 2 goals, and it's a draw,
Yeah.
you remember that as negative, even though for 85 minutes it was positive. You remember the whole experience as negative because of the last 5 minutes. That's just not logical. It's the way we are, it's the way human beings are, but it's absolutely not logical. Because 85 minutes positive, 5 minutes negative, and you remember the whole thing as negative. And then 85 minutes negative, 5 minutes positive, and you remember the whole thing as positive.
But only in the beginning or in the end, on ending or
At the
finishing?
end.
At the end.
At the end, after the activity.
Yeah. Yes.
If the end is positive, the whole experience is positive. Look, it doesn't matter as long as you win, right? So if the end is positive, the whole experience is positive. But if the end is negative, the whole experience is negative. Even if most of it is positive, it's still negative. Now, here's another classic example. Think about human relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend. The end is almost always negative. Even though maybe 95% of the relationship, or maybe slightly less, was all positive, right? A lot of positive experiences. 1 or 2 negative experiences, it's finished, and the whole thing is negative as a result. The whole thing is negative as a result. That's why the beginning and the end are key in every single meeting. The beginning and the end are it's absolutely essential that you get the start right and you get the end right.
Yeah.
The bits in the middle you can explore. You're flexible in the middle. But as long as you start right and you end right, and this is true for any meeting in any situation, formal, informal, business, personal, whatever. It is true for any kind of situation. And it's powerful. It's very powerful because if you focus on that, the beginning and the end, get it right at the start, get it right at the end, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Start with a bang, end with a bang. Start with an explosion, end with an explosion. Begin well and end well, and people will remember it. True for everything. True for films. True for concerts.